Hey, welcome everybody to Be the Signal, Visibility Without Pursuit. So, if you've been following me for a really long time, this is different work. And so, before we dive into it, I want to give you what I call just a little bit of an orientation as to what you can expect, how it kind of works, and um, how to kind of hold your presence in this. So we're not doing the signal transmissions are not healing work. They're not fixing work. It's not shifting or processing work. Okay. And I know, like, in your back of your mind, you're like, what am I here for? And I'm going to tell you. Okay. It's a pure signal, it is soul level communication that meets you where you are without trying to change you, okay? Because we're not in that habit of fixing. I mean, in truth, there's really nothing to fix. We are pure in the way in which we are. What we have is interference that comes through in the form of negative thoughts or mindset or fears that impact us in a way that creates interference in who we want to be, what we want to do, how much money we create, and even to the degree of how much I want to be seen, right? How much I need to feel safe. All of those pieces that circle in our heads is interference. It's like, thank you. It's like a radio station. Do we need to set up? Okay. It's like a radio station turned to static, right? We want to create something, but all we hear is static. And so what the signal is a clear communication coming through, hitting you at your soul level and giving you the opportunity, the invitation, and even the choice to clear, not even clear, but to move into that higher frequency and turn off the static. So, just to give you an idea, everything here is an invitation. Okay. You don't have to do any of the things that are coming through. Um, you just have to receive and you check out your mind. Your mind doesn't even need to be present for this, it just needs to be relaxing. And I used to call it like being like a frog on a log, just looking at the sunset and maybe kicking back and having a Budweiser. That's it. That's all the frog does, right? And that's all you need to do in order to receive it. So here's the thing, because of the way the signal is devised, it's not going to resonate for a lot of people. Okay. If you're still in a place of active healing, um, and I mean, like, I'm deep diving into my traumas and I'm uprooting like the deep stuff, right? Like you're the beginning on the path of discovering all the ways in which everything that in your past is affecting you now. This may not reach you. And it's not like, oh, the frequency is too high for you. No, it's not any of that shit. What it means is that you may not be in a state to receive it at the moment. But I'm going to invite you today to kind of put that down aside and move into the space of I'm open. I'm open to receive what serves me and just move through the process that we're going to do today from that space. Okay. If your system is still processing a lot of emotional baggage, or you're just in a heavy space, excuse me, the signal may feel very neutral to you or even weird and kind of unfamiliar. Like, that's weird. Like, I don't know what's really happening. It feels kind of weird. Okay. This work tends to resonate most when your nervous system is ready to stop working on itself and start holding truth without any negotiations, right? So there's nothing to do during the session. You don't make anything happen. You don't think it through. You don't land it. You don't process it. You don't anchor it. You don't even embody it. Okay? There's nothing for the brain to do. Just notice what lands for you and what doesn't. And that is all that you need to do. That's the only thing. You just need to be present. Thank you. You just need to be present with the frequency that's going to come through. It's easy squeezy lemon peasy. It's probably the easiest thing you're going to be able to do all day long. Okay, so with that, we're going to set up the space and then we're going to dive right into the actual process. So I'm going to call forth your higher selves, your teams, your guides, you from the future as an ascended master, the ascended masters themselves, the angelic beings of love and light from the enlightened realms and kingdoms that we work with, that you work with. I'm seeing enlightened dolphins, I'm seeing enlightened whales. It's just consciousness energy. And we're inviting them to all come forth now and surround you in this safe and sacred space. And feel free to invite any other source that, not source, but any other beings that you so choose or that you work with. And really, their job here is to hold the space and hold the container and vibrate at the signal that we're moving into. And today's signal is about, again, visibility without pursuit. It's like being visible without having to force it, without having to scream, see me, I'm here, like waving down like you're at the airport, telling, where the airplanes need to go. It's more of just standing in the middle of the airport and all the planes know exactly where you are and they come to you instead. Okay. So a little bit about why visibility stalls in the first place, right? So it's not about failing, right? It's not about you failed because you're not being seen, right? So if you're not being seen, then it's not a failure. It's fails because your system, the body system, is still deciding whether it's safe to be seen as who you are. Who I am right now, is that safe to be seen? And that is what your system is asking. Because if it is not, you will not be seen. And if you force it to be seen, what happens when anybody forces you to do anything? It's going to resist, right? So most visibility work focuses on output, sorry. For example, post more, do more TikToks, show up consistently, do more live stream, be confident, be bold, take pictures, post them on the internet, okay? But visibility doesn't respond to the volume of things that you do. It responds to the internal agreement that you have within. So if part of you is still bracing for judgment, misinterpretation, responsibility, expectation, demands, your system will throttle visibility automatically. Because what's happening is that internal agreement is being activated. It's not a sabotage, right? It's not trying to sabotage you. It's protection. And a lot of you kind of know this a little bit, but again, we're sending this to you at a different frequency. So what looks like the algorithm to some people in business, the lack of reach to other people, people not engaging with your post, it's often your nervous system saying, I don't trust what happens if we are fully seen yet. And it doesn't matter if you're doing the work and putting it all out there. The body, the system is saying, it doesn't matter. I don't trust it. Being visible is not about exposure, and it's not about non-negotiation. Visibility visibility locks in when you stop adjusting your truth and mid-expression. You stop scanning for response while speaking, like that kind of monitoring. You stop preemptively softening what you know to make yourselves palatable to others. This is why some people are quietly powerful and others are loud but unseen. It's all coming from within. The signal outranks any strategy that you have. So 2026 is the new year, and 2026 does not amplify effort. Not for any of us inside Coded for Cash. We're not moving into more efforting. We're amplifying clarity held without apology. Let me repeat that one. We are amplifying clarity held without apology. And visibility comes online the moment your system stops asking, is it okay? Will they like this? Is this too much? So being the signal invisibility means you are not available for distortion, even positive distortions. You're not editing for approval. You're not chasing resonance. You speak, you hold, you let reality respond or not. And paradoxically, that's when visibility stabilizes. So we're going to move into more of the activation coming through, and you're going to feel as we move through, each piece that we're talking about is going to start to connect a little bit more. Again, just notice. Today we are not activating visibility. We are removing interference with visibility. In that, nothing needs to be released and nothing needs to be summoned. Your system already knows how to be seen. It just simply stopped trusting the aftermath, the what comes next. So allow your body to get comfortable. Let your breath be neutral. Let attention soften. This is not about courage. It's about structural safety. And now we're going to move into the actual signal transmission. And you are more than welcome to repeat after me if you feel the need to, or not. You can just listen, okay? But I now establish this session as a sovereign signal field for visibility. I'm inviting everyone's higher selves, body's higher selves, intelligence, and my field's organizing intelligence to hold governance over this transmission across all timelines, dimensions, realities, and expressions. This session does not create visibility. It restores permission to be seen without consequences and without consequence. Allow your body to notice any subtle bracing. Not to fix it. We're not noticing it to fix it. Just to stop instructing it to stay alert. Let your nervous system feel what it's like to be visible without managing perception. Now allow this statement to land with you gently. I do not adjust my truth to control how I am received. I do not adjust my truth to control how I am received. Being seen does not obligate me to perform. Notice where your system has been holding readiness for response, for feedback, for demand. Let that readiness dissolve into neutrality. Visibility does not require readiness. It requires availability without defense. I remain visible even when nothing is happening. I'm going to give that one a little bit more time to land. I remain visible even when nothing is happening. We're allowing your system to register that visibility does not equal exposure. It equals presence without negotiations. If your mind is starting to wander, it's okay, let it. Signal does not depend on focus. It depends on allowing coherence to hold. Notice how stillness begins to feel authoritative, empowered even. Not passive, not small, settled. That is signal. As this visibility signal begins to stabilize, you may feel a little quieter in your mind, in your body, in your energy, maybe even more selective, less interested in proving, less reactive to response metrics, likes, comments, shares. We're less reactive to those. This is not withdrawal. This is visibility on a mature level. It's maturing. Repeat after me or not. I now allow this signal to integrate across voice, expression, leadership, platforms, timelines, and daily life. No amplification required. No follow-up needed. What is aligned will find you. What cannot meet you here will fall away cleanly. Visibility isn't about being seen. It's about no longer hiding from what happens when you are. And just sit in this space for a little bit. Take a moment to notice where you are right now. Quieter does not mean smaller. Less effort does not mean less power. What just shifted wasn't your behavior, it was interference. Just take a moment to let that register. The signal portion of the session today is complete. And I just wanted to add signal work, again, reinforcing, is about clearing interference so your system can hold truth without having to negotiate for it. And for those of you who don't know, inside our container coded for cash, and this is for those who are maybe watching the recording, we do both signal, well, now we do. In 2026, we're going to be doing signals, which is more of these, and master coding sessions. And master coding sessions are different. So this today is all about transmitting a frequency. Master codes don't do that. Master codes is about reorganizing structure, deep, energetic, architectural structure. It works at a level of identity, nervous system, and timelines that change how things function, not just how you feel. In signal work today, you are simply receiving. In master coding, your system is actually being reconfigured. So it's master coding really is the heavier lifting, deeper architectural restructuring. There's nothing emotional to process, and there's nothing to do in either, actually, in signals or master codes, because the effects tend to show up more tangibly in how things move afterwards with master coding. So things like consistency without effort, visibility that holds, money responding without pressure, less internal management. And inside Coded for Cash, we use both signal and master coding because they serve different purposes. Signals like this opens the fields, removes the interference. Master coding changes the architecture so what opens can actually stay open. So what we did today is one part of the work that we do inside Coded for Cash. And it also is a session that completely stands on its own. So you could do signal sessions without master coding. It depends upon what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So I'd like to extend an invitation to all of you to join us for a deeper journey into this work inside Coded for Cash. And if that resonates for you and you would like to join us, please feel free to send me a DM and I will send you a link on how to join. Our next master coding session, which is different, is I believe the 23rd of January. So that kind of completes this whole piece here. If you'd like to share your experience with the signal, please feel free to drop something into our Quantum Living group and let us know what feels quieter within you, what feels clearer, or what feels like you don't have to manage anymore. Other than that, we are complete. Have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.